Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Live Show number 392, and we're here to discuss the Penguin episode 5. As always, as a nerd, you're going to hear the whole show notes from wonderful co-host Brad and Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Wonderful Monday night. And we know we're a little bit late. Sorry about that.
It's Monday night. You know what that means. It means that yesterday we were not able to do this review.
Yep.
So it's only fitting that we do it the day after and later than we usually do it.
Indeed.
But we had to do our review of
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So go watch that.
Yep. Watch that tomorrow, 12 p.m. Central Time when it drops for everybody. But if you're on the Patreon, you can go and check it out right now, and you can listen to it and watch it after you're done with listening to us on here. But yeah, man, Brad, before we can go and get into this, what's going on, bro? What have you been up to, man?
I've cut trees today, or tree branches.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I was questioning like the chainsaw I got because I had bought it on a whim. I'm like, I don't really want to deal with a gas chainsaw. With getting an electric chainsaw, fucking greatest thing ever. I don't have to deal with gas. I don't have to deal with pulling the fucking thing, and it's pretty strong. So
yeah,
I'm like, and this is the first time I used it is right when the tree like fell in my truck.
Oh man!
So I'm glad I had it. I'm just putting that out there.
But what you get up to with your friends, man? And your aunts left already, right? But
yeah, aunts left on they left on Saturday.
Okay.
So I was there Friday night telling them goodbyes and all that before my friends got in, and we went to a wine festival. So that was pretty fun. Yesterday we went to a wine festival. The day before we did a little bit of drinking here and there. I actually was DD and drove my friends around to different wineries. So,
Yep. Well, that isn't as fun, but at least you were able to hang out.
Yeah, although I got to hang out with like my cousin, and we had a fire pit going and all that.
Yeah.
On was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday night, and yeah, it was nice. It was nice and chilly. Finally. Yeah. So we're finally getting some cooler weather coming.
Man, last week I watched a shit ton of stuff, man. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I did watch Terrifier.
Terrifier.
I watched my friends wanted to watch something, and we put that on because I'm like, you guys want to watch Terrifier? that is some really shitty acting, but Art the Clown is hilarious. I give them that they made fun of the horror genre.
Yeah. I also watched Terrifier last week.
Yeah.
I also watched Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
And then I watched Terrifier 3.
Are they just progressively getting better? Is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I can tell you at least
the more
by the third one, they're getting it right. I watched The Apprentice as well, which was actually really good. I watched The Wild Robot, which The Wild Robot. It's the animated film from Paramount, DreamWorks.
Okay.
Yeah, which
never
fucking wrecked me. Fucking wrecked me. Is my third favorite movie of the year.
Okay.
And great movie. It is now available to what's it called, a rent. So it means that soon they'll be able to watch in other ways. So you should watch that as soon as possible, Brad.
The Wild Robot, got it.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. Okay. I also watched Smile 2, which was fucking fantastic.
Was it? Was the first Smile good?
I did not like the first Smile.
Okay.
But the second one's a massive improvement.
Okay.
Yeah. I also watched We Live in Time, which was amazing, and one of my favorite movies of this year as well. Definitely in my top 10, which is an incredible performance from Florence Pugh and a great performance from Andrew Garfield as well.
Oh, I have heard about that movie. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre today.
Yeah. Which, for a 1974 horror film, kind of smacked.
Yep. And I also caught up on the first two episodes of Dragon Ball Daima that are subbed right now, though. No dub. Yep. Gotta wait for fucking November to watch the dub. But I watched the first two episodes, were pretty good.
I think I prefer watching sub, though.
I prefer dub for Dragon Ball.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I prefer the dub.
Are they?
It's what I grew up on, man.
Are the actors that good? See, and I watched a lot of them in sub because I watched. I'm old, so they came out and they originally were subbed.
I could not imagine some of the great Vegeta moments in Super watching that on sub and not hearing Vegeta's like amazing lines in dub. I always watched it dubbed. Well, to be honest, I watched it in Spanish dub the first time.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? I watched that when I was a kid. But the English dub, I mean, that's always the way that I've watched it. There's a certain anime that I'm like, okay, I gotta watch that dub. Like, I'm not watching Naruto subbed. I'm sorry. I grew up with the dub. I was like, I'm gonna watch dub. Bleach dubbed. Full Metal Alchemist is gonna be blood dub too. But you know,
yeah, no, I watched Full Metal and Brotherhood dubbed. So
yeah, but yeah, man. I watched those first 2 episodes of the new show. Pretty good stuff so far. But it's just,
we're watching Spawn this week.
Yeah, I was watching Spawn as well, man. We're gonna get to that. Yeah. I started getting through. I started watching a little bit of that '90s show season 2, which sadly they just canceled. They canceled the show last week.
Yeah.
So what's the fucking point? But I'm already more than halfway into the show, so it's like might as well finish it. But yeah, I love it. I love Netflix, man. I really do. I think Netflix is great, man.
I mean, I can't say that's every network. HBO pulls the same stuff. Like, hey, I'm really getting into this, and we got 2 seasons.
But not at the level that Netflix does it, bro.
Maybe I don't.
Netflix, it's like new show, one season, cool. Renew it for the next one.
No,
Second
HBO.
Season.
No, HBO's been known to do that too. HBO canceled Deadwood.
Yeah, but like recently, Brad,
run.
Like what's it called? Like, I can think about like Lovecraft.
Yeah.
Westworld. Westworld really just needed one more season. That's it.
There was one HBO show with Kid Cudi, How to Make It in America. Got 2 seasons. I love that show.
Yeah. But like shows like, what's it called? The Outsider. It was a miniseries though. But I mean, there's some shows. I guess I'm trying to say is that Netflix is more notorious about it, bro. Like they're the ones that like really they've been doing it since like for a long while now too, and they're the ones that it's like, okay, why even watch this show? But at least right now, like I know that some shows that I'm watching, like I know that what's it called? I know the Penguins of miniseries, but I know that what's it called? Other shows that I'm watching on Max, it's like okay, I know that this is gonna stick, is gonna stay for a bit.
Yeah.
It's not where it's like I'm afraid to even start it because what's the point? And I know that if because it's probably going to get canceled like I do with Netflix.
I mean, there's some shows like after you watch them, like if they cancel it, they're dumb, and we know they're dumb. It's like Amazon with Rings of Power. It's like there's going to be a 3rd season. We all know there's going to be
too much money on the table.
Too much money on that. And we know Ted is going to get another season. Guaranteed. I guarantee that.
Yeah, it's already been renewed.
Okay, yeah, there. So, yeah, it's going to get another season.
We getting
there's stuff like you watch and you go, yeah, they're gonna.
This is safe.
Yeah. And then there's other stuff and you're like, maybe.
Yeah. I really do. I hate the idea of like shows just never finishing. It just sucks, man, because it's like that's just the way it works now. But they're still shopping it around. They're shopping the '90s show around. So hopefully maybe like a Peacock can pick it up.
Yeah,
I think Peacock would be a great place for that '90s show to drop.
Place for that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and like I know some of there's some of the cast from that '70s show that we won't mention that isn't the greatest to bring up.
But he's not in the show at least.
But he's not in the show. But I would love to watch more Kitty Foreman and Red and all those great characters.
Yeah, they're the best part of that fucking show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, Brad, that's really all I've been up to. Just streaming, just watching all that shit, playing a lot of games. Just getting all that grinding.
Yeah. And Saturday, I think I am really. If nothing else comes up, I'm hoping. I'm very tired of things coming up. I'll be on there to play with you Saturday for a while.
All right, man. Cool. Good. Because what's it called? I mean, most of those are going to be all multiplayer, so we can definitely play together. And like I said, it's crossplay. It's crossplay, so we'll be able to...
just realized I haven't played Call of Duty in a while, so I'm probably going to be like, how do I shoot?
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
As long as we get to play, zombies should be fun though.
Yeah, no, zombies always fun.
All right, man. With that said, we should probably do this because I know they want to hear us talk about this.
Okay, let's go talk about the Penguin.
All right, man. So if you haven't seen last week's episode of the Penguin, you should probably get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen the episode, go ahead and stay after these words from our sponsors. And this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it's in effect in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerdcore Live Show is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. Well, all right, man. Let's go ahead and talk about episode 5, titled Homecoming. With his nascent descent operation at stake, Oz makes a desperate move to turn the tables. Meanwhile, Sophia strives to build a new legacy for herself. Directed by Helen Shaver, and of course, written by Brenna Gibson and Shay Ogbonna. Developed by Lauren Lefranc, and based on the characters by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. And of course, the episode stars Colin Farrell, Kristen Milioti, Renzi Feliz, Deirdre O'Connell, Deirdre O'Connell, Clancy Brown, Carmen Hyogo, Con O'Neill, Shokre Agzashlu, yeah, Theo Rosie, Jared Abrahamson, Daniel J. Watts, David H. Holmes, Joshua Bitton, and Michael Kelly. A lot of people in this show, man. A lot of fucking people. And do we have any trivia here? When Oz sends Victor, when Oz sends Victor to get his mother's summary safe, a movie is seen playing in Francis' apartment. The movie is Gloria, from starring Gina Rollins. The movie details the story of a gangster's former girlfriend who protects and is on the run with a young boy being tracked by the mob for information. Huh. Anything else?
Oz Victor.
Yep.
The info right there.
Yep. When Victor takes Francis to hideout in a codenamed part of Crown Point, a large poster can be seen promoting Gotham's premier basketball team. While it's hard to make out, it looks as though the name of the team is Gotham Guardsmen. The same name of the team has the same name the team has in the comics, as well as in the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. However, it's worth noting that the basketball team has also gone by the Gotham Knights in other continuities as well. Well, Brad, I have to say this, man. Obviously, this is not last week's episode. No. We'll get that right out of the gate.
No.
This is not on the level of last week's episode.
No.
And I didn't expect it to be.
But I liked it.
But I really liked it. Oh, I fucking loved it. It was a fantastic episode. Really and, she did it. She didn't do it like Michael Corleone. But Sofia Falcone consolidated power, Brad.
And quickly.
She pulled a Michael Corleone. She what's it called? Consolidated power.
Not only that, she snuffed out her father's legacy in one fell swoop. She snuffed out his name.
Every episode, this woman just fucking amazes me, and I fall in love with her even more. Yeah,
the dangerous.
But love this episode. I love that we get to go back with Oz, and we get to see what's going on there.
Oz and Victor, the team up I never want to end, but I feel like it's not gonna last forever.
Yeah, but I love this episode. Brad, what's your initial thoughts?
Oh, I thought this episode was great. I love this episode. I agree with you. I don't think it's as up there with last week's episode, but last week's episode was perfect.
Yeah.
But this one, to follow that, fucking really good. I really liked it. I liked the Sophia with the VD torturing him in the catacombs, I guess the Falcones graves there, which also I think there's a little bit of foreshadowing there because
Yeah.
you had her sitting in front of the empty grave.
Yeah.
So I think there's a bit foreshadowing there. Her ending VD at that was gangster. But that was a callback to when she wasn't allowed to do that. I think it was Claudio, when her uncle killed Claudio, and she wasn't able to do that. So I think she, like you said, she's consolidating power. She's showing the real strength, and she wants to go and do it differently. She wants to, everyone's getting the chunk they deserve. So,
Yep.
which she even goes to Sal Maroni and says, "That's the way you guys do it, and that's the way we should have done it."
Yep.
But did you happen to watch the extra behind the scenes takes?
Always.
Okay.
I'm
So,
always watching those.
I found it very interesting when the director of this, she said that for Sophia's role, like Sophia's come to a steady, like she's even killed. She knows what she wants. She's focused, and that's why they used like a steady cam on her for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Oz, who's fucking running for his dear life, trying to figure something out. He's having no luck for most of this episode, and it's
Yep.
shaky cam, hand cam, like just
Yeah. Handheld, and they're kind of like making it feel like he's like, kind of like struggling and very much.
Oh, he's frustrated. He's freaking out. I mean, he's having Vic drag his mom around, who nobody knows even exists, to try and save her. So I mean, he's going through it for most of this episode. Nothing is coming up Oz for most of this episode. Even him trying to kill Maroni didn't end up happening.
Yeah, man. Man, I first of all, like, God, poor his mom, bro. Like, she's gone, bro. Like, it's bad. It's really bad, and you can tell.
The dementia's getting bad, especially when Vic first walked in there and she thinks it's one of Oz's brothers who's been dead for, I don't know, 30, 40 years.
Yep. And like she leaves, and she left the stove on with like all the pots and pans, and it's bad. I mean, like at the point where it's like, yeah, she needs to be stay with Vic. Like Vic needs to be taking care of her, and I love that Vic was like, yeah, like I'll go and do it. He goes, don't worry, I'll go and I'll take care of her.
Yeah, and he brings her to Crown Heights, which was his neighborhood. And so not only is he having to go through this again of going to Crown Heights, which, is where his parents died and everything is wrecked. He's bringing Oz's mother, who started in Crown Heights. Mm-hmm. And that's got to be a hit to her because, and we see that in the dialogue between her and Oz when he comes home that night and he says, I don't want to disappoint you. And she's like, you already have. And that whole thing. And you have to go from her perspective, though, is he promised her a penthouse and she's back to where she fucking started and where she lost her boys.
But sadly, Oz has a point. It's like, I put her in a penthouse, everyone's going to know she's there.
Yeah.
I put her here. Nobody can suspect that.
Nobody cares. I mean, that's what was rough. Was like nobody cares about Crown Heights. Nobody.
But also, like, oh man, seeing what damage that flood did to that area. Oh man, it is bad, Brad.
Well, he's keeping her in a house that's been was it condemned? A condemned house.
Yeah,
that's why he's keeping her in.
Yep, he said that his friend used to live there.
Yeah, which his friend was the one Sophia shot in front of Oz, by the way.
Yeah. But man, bro, like this episode was really good. I really loved it. I loved that Oz, you're really seeing where he's kind of reaching the penguin, Brad.
Yeah, I mean,
where he lights fucking Farash and Maroni's. Yeah.
That scene, you're seeing that kind of that deep down fucking grimy villain that we know exists because he didn't turn away. I mean, even the Joker turned away. Heath Ledger's Joker turned away when he lit that fucking dude on fire and that cash
Yeah.
on fire. Even he looked away, but Oz fucking eye contact the whole way, and almost with like this evil grin. And
Yep.
he does it for so long that he fucks himself over because the emergency um, fire
Yep.
fireproof system kicks in and kills most of his mushrooms. And
Yeah.
I love the line though of who the fuck grows grows I forget what it was. Who the fuck grows a empire out of two buckets? Two fucking buckets. Who grows an empire? But I like that where they went with this though is basically he has no plan. He has nowhere to go. He's basically he's almost given up, and then he goes back to where he started from, where his brothers, and he starts thinking about it. And he goes through the stuff and he sees the trolley coin, and that takes him back, and so he gets an idea, and he's going to have an empire under that city.
Yeah. Yep. Um, I love the moment with him and his girl, and she's like,
Oh
"Well,
yeah,
I can't." Like,
I love how
I saw that coming.
I love how she switched that though to get him to calm down though.
Yeah, she was like, like you're gonna. He goes, "I know you're gonna come back. Like you're gonna be on top again."
Yeah, I'll just hold you back. Which she's not wrong because we're seeing it with his mom right now.
Yeah.
I think his mom is the final point of what keeps him from becoming completely the Penguin. I think
Yep.
that's it. I think if she pass, and I believe she will pass away, or she will be her mind will be so far gone that there's nothing you can do.
I think it got something to do with that guy who controls the drops in that area.
You think Squid? You think Squid's gonna do something?
Cause like, look at the way he was like looking at them.
Yeah. So maybe a break in, and
Yeah.
yeah, I could see it.
But but yeah, man, he's really dancing on that line from where from where Tony Montana became Scarface. He's dancing on that line, and he's really going like from Oz Cobb to what's it called to the Penguin. And I love that Victor said like, oh, I'm like Oswald's, your boy. He said his real name. He said
Yeah.
Oswald. Yeah. Um, but I thought it was a great episode, man. Once again, it just continues looking great, and the story's progressing along really well. I don't think it's on the level as last week's episode, and I
I
think
don't know you if you get to that level. It's hard to follow that. Because that
it
was a
really is.
pretty deep episode and deep dive into Sophia.
Yeah, but man, I love Sophia in this episode, man. She really did a great job.
I think most
Christina Maloney
I think
really,
this cast is great.
Christina Maloney really is vying for that fucking that Emmy's coming her way, man. She's doing amazing in this series.
and it's no longer Falcone, it's Gigante, and you
Gigante,
fucking better
yeah,
remember it.
yeah.
I loved Maroney. I love seeing Maroney out of prison in this, and how she steps up and she's like, we both want the Penguin dead, so let's just
Yep.
Falcones aren't anymore, so let's just team up.
Yep.
And but I think Oz is gonna pull the old, I think he was gonna get one over on him because I think Oz is smarter. When it
I think
comes
Oz is
down
smart,
to it, I think he's
but
smarter.
Sophia's smart too, man. And
He is. That's what
you
makes it
see
such
it.
a good freaking conflict. Is you have these two very smart characters, but I think Oz is going to get the last laugh.
Yeah, we'll see, man. It's just I think they've just been doing such an incredible job, man. This show really is as good as everybody makes it out to be. It's really one of the best shows on TV right now,
Yeah,
and
and probably for
it's
this year, it's probably one of the best.
probably this year, man. Like I
Yeah,
just think that they've nailed the writing down. They understand these characters really well, and just of course existing within the atmosphere and the world that Matt Reeves built in the Batman.
yeah.
It was the perfect place to make a show like this.
I like the storyline where Batman has a great ton of gallery of rogues,
Yeah,
but to do what many people really haven't done, and other than really the animated series, is you focus in on these gang empires that are the real reason Gotham is the way it is. It's not because of a Joker or a Harley Quinn or a Clayface or just some other, the Riddler, some random characters. Like, they have a part in it, but the majority of what goes on in Gotham and the reason why Gotham is the way it is because of the Falcones and the Maronis.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and give this episode an 8.5 out of 10, Brad. That was great. I don't think it's on levels of last week's episode, and some other episodes I've really enjoyed over this one in this season. But I think they did a fantastic job, man. I really am enjoying this series a lot, and we have 3 episodes left, man. Where the fuck we're going from here and how it's gonna end, I have no idea, and that's what I love the most.
I'm feeling Batman makes an entrance.
Nah, Batman ain't in this.
Maybe towards the end. There's gonna be a mention of it.
Bad.
There's gonna be a mention.
I mentioned maybe, but I don't think Robert Pattinson's in the show.
No, maybe not.
No,
I think there's gonna be a mention though, because it's got to tie into the movie.
Yeah, but we'll see how that works. But Brad, what's your final verdict?
My final verdict for this show, and I think it's well deserved. It's a 9 out of 10. Like, I really enjoyed this show. It's not as good as last week's episode, and I don't know if any episode, maybe the finale, will live up to the mid-season.
Who knows, man?
We'll see. But this is a very well written series, and it's about a Batman villain.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And it's been steadily making good viewership too.
It's been consistent. It's been gaining more.
Yeah. So, I look, I don't want them to give this a second season. I think that, you do a good job by,
I don't think they're getting Colin Farrell back in that fucking suit.
No, not until, he needs to be in the movie again. But
he's not getting that fucking suit, man.
Yeah. But I think that, what we could get after this is just a possibility of so many, shows that you can do, and, being able to, expand this world and do it correctly, and be able to, still have it exist within the world that it's built in.
Yeah.
But have it play with different styles and different atmospheres. Like this one is playing with the mob and with the psychological horror to the episode with Sophia in what's it called in Arkham. I think they're doing.
Aren't they doing an Arkham series?
That he says he's reworking it.
Mm-hmm. I can see them doing that.
Yeah.
With maybe, I have a feeling like the Hugo Strange character is already present. It's just he hasn't gone by that moniker.
I'm fully behind whatever they want to do with this. Yeah. I think they deserve our trust, and they're showing it with this series. They showed it with the Batman, that Matt Reeves and the team behind him, and Lauren LeFranc.
They want to make good shit.
Yeah, and Lauren LeFranc is obviously just completely fucking behind the wheel and doing a great job with this too. So, with that said, that concludes our review of The Penguin episode 5. We'll be back on a Sunday night for our review of episode 6. And I can't believe that we're almost done, Brad. We are. We're really almost done. And after that, because it's like Sunday, episode 6, then the 3rd is episode 7, and then the what's it called? The 10th is episode 8. Literally, the next Sunday is Doom Prophecy. Uh-huh. Yeah, we don't even get a break in there.
Damn.
Just the next fucking Sunday is Doom Prophecy.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. I love us staying busy, man. I love us being able to get these shows, man. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, but keep it on time. I remember there were a few years there where it was scant.
What are we watching? Yep. And then still we got all that stuff that's supposed to be coming out next year, man. Holy shit. Yeah. But with that said, keep up to date with us on nerdcore.com, Twitter at the Nerdcore, Instagram, Letterboxd, TikTok at the Nerdcore, and patreon.com/nerdcore. And our Discord link is in the description below, where you can talk to us about the Batman, the Penguin, whatever you want. Just talk with us. Stacy's always active in there. Aiden's pretty active in the wrestling chats in there. Julia's pretty active as well in the pets and in general and all that. So just go and check us out there, talk with us, and we would like to discuss the Penguin with you guys on there. Make sure you leave a comment on the YouTube video. Make sure you leave a like, and you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss another review that drops on the channel. Make sure you're leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app of choice and following us on that app. All that helps us out so much. Want to thank our patrons. They make it possible, and we love you guys so, so much. And today was 2 episodes that we had to do, but we're glad that we were able to discuss the things we wanted to discuss because, man, the movie was fantastic, and this episode is fantastic.
Yep. Yeah. It's been a good day.
Yep. We'll see you guys tomorrow on Patreon for Spawn episode 1 at the $5 tier and above. And then we'll be back for Agatha on Friday and Penguin on Sunday. But with that said, we'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, Brad. Send him out.
All right, Ronald. Thank you for being a host as always. Thank you to all those who join us in future chats. Thank you to our listeners out there and Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, what are we going to tell them? What are we going to tell them?
She looked good in that leather, that fur, whatever the fuck she want to wear. She looked good, bro.
Boots with the fur. Young, get out.